all the people that are making these decisions of whether you have a right to or not a right to are men.
In her first two town halls alongside Governor Chris Sununu, Nikki Haley has faced questions from voters on the issue of abortion. It's a point of difference for the newly minted Republican primary duo. Haley is pro-life, Sununu is pro-choice. How do you think that fits into the bigger picture as Republicans look at this choice?
I respect that he's pro-choice. He respects that I'm pro-life. That's okay. It's okay for us to have those differences.
Sununu believes in the post-Dobbs decision era, he and Haley actually share more in common on the issue.
We both agree that it's, these decisions are going to be made in the states. That's where it is. That's the answer, and that's the best answer. It's not some scary thing that gets demonized, that separates us apart.
Today, the U.S. Supreme Court announced it would hear a case challenging access to the country's most widely used abortion medication, which ends pregnancy in its earliest stages. Do you want to see them affirm the FDA's ruling that that drug should be available to women?
That issue is not so much about abortion, but the fact that they have seen almost a 50% increase of those that take that drug end up in the emergency room. And they're 4 times more likely to have complications if they take that drug. So I think it should be handled with a doctor, but I think it's good that they're putting the time in there to really say, is this safe?
Some voters tell us they see abortion as an issue that needs to be talked about, but is difficult to talk about.
It's so personal.
This debate isn't going away anytime soon, and in this race, Haley is betting big on a message that emphasizes compassion over policy specifics.
We're going to humanize this situation and not demonize it. We both agree that the goal is to save as many babies as we can and support as many moms as we can.
In Newport, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.